If you're listening to this and you feel tired in a way that sleep hasn't fixed, not angry at God, not bitter, just tired deep in your spirit, this conversation is for you. Because some of you aren't losing faith, you're just exhausted from being stronger longer than you were ever meant to be. Hey family, welcome back to the Healing Series. This is not a sermon, this is not a pep talk, this is a conversation for women who have been holding it together quietly. If you're listening late at night or in a moment where you finally have space to feel, I want you to know something first. You're safe here. There's a kind of tired women don't talk about. Not physical tired, not I need a break tired. I'm talking about the tired that comes from carrying emotional weight for years. The tired that comes from being the dependable one, the forgiving one, the understanding one, the strong one for a long time. Some of you are tired because you've been the emotional anchor in every room you walk into. You're the one who people lean on, the one people vent to, the one people expect to keep it together, and nobody ever asks how much it's costing you. You didn't stop believing. You didn't walk away from God. You just ran out of emotional capacity. And because you're still functioning, still working, still parenting, still serving, still smiling, people assume you're okay. But inside, something feels worn down, not broken, just tired. A lot of women didn't choose strength. Strength chose them. You became strong because someone had to be, someone didn't show up, someone needed you. Some of you learned early, if I don't hold this together, everything falls apart. So you adapted. You learn how to stay calm in chaos, how to show up even when you're empty, and how to suppress your needs so others could feel secure. And people praised you for it. You're so strong. I don't know how you do it. You always handle things so well. But nobody told you how to stop being strong. Nobody taught you how to rest without guilt, how to receive without apologizing, and how to ask for help without minimizing yourself. So now strength feels heavy, and letting it go feels unsafe. Let's talk honestly about God for a moment. Some of you aren't angry with him. You're not questioning your faith. You're just tired of waiting, tired of hoping, tired of being patient. And you feel guilty for even feeling that way because you've been taught that tired means ungrateful. But tired doesn't mean unfaithful. Tired means human. There's a difference between being mad at God and being worn down from carrying too much for too long. God is not offended by your exhaustion. He sees the part of you that keep going when you didn't want to. He sees the prayers because you had nothing left, and he doesn't need you to perform strength for him. A lot of women were raised to be good daughter, good wife, good partner, good church girl, good friend, always understanding, always forgiving, always accommodating. But many of you were praised for being good and never protected while being good. You learned to stay quiet to keep peace, to compromise yourself to keep connection, to absorb disappointment so others wouldn't feel uncomfortable. And you called it love. But being good should not require self-erasure. Faithfulness should not cost you your voice. And healing starts when you realize endurance is not the same thing as purpose. Let me say this plainly. You didn't fail. You got tired. You didn't lose faith. You lost capacity. And you didn't stop loving. You stopped overextending. And that doesn't make you weak. It makes you honest. No season was meant to require endless emotional sacrifice without restoration. God never asked you to bleed quietly forever. And here's something nobody prepares women for. Healing can feel selfish at first. The first time you say no and don't explain yourself, your chest tightens. The first time you rest instead of showing up for everyone else, you feel uncomfortable because your worth was tied to being needed. If your value came from how much you gave, then rest feels wrong. But healing doesn't make you selfish. It makes you sustainable. God never defined you by exhaustion. You may need to grieve the version of yourself that survived. The woman who pushed through pain, who stayed silent to keep peace, who kept showing up while breaking inside, she got you here. And honoring her doesn't mean staying her. Healing is saying, I'm grateful for who I was, but I don't have to live there anymore. Healing can feel lonely, not because you're isolated, but because you're changing. You're not engaging in the same dynamics. You're not responding in the same way. You're not chasing approval anymore. And loneliness doesn't always mean something is missing. Sometimes it means something unhealthy fell away, and God fills that space differently. Hear this slowly. God is not asking you to be strong right now. He's asking you to be honest. Honest about what hurts, honest about what you can't carry anymore, and honest about what you need. Strength was necessary then, but healing requires rest, and rest is trust. If you're listening and realizing how tired you are not behind. You're becoming aware. You don't need to fix everything tonight. You just need permission to stop pretending you're okay. God already knows, and He is gentle with women who are tired. I have a reflection question. The reflection question is, what am I still carrying that God never asked me to hold alone? Hey, family, thank you for sitting in this conversation with me. This is the Healing Series, and this is just the beginning. Let's heal and grow together.